Thank you. You may be seated. Director of Administration Directors, Next Directors of the Service Denomination, civilian staff, ladies and gentlemen. They shall be having selections starting the one title, the operations of the National Health Insurance Scheme. However,
we are going to have a very reflection on the operations of the National Health Insurance Scheme this morning through the Defense Health Maintenance Limited. Just like the very said, it's going to be lecture and learning and interactive session where we take you all. To bring on board the National Health Insurance Scheme. This is to make all Nigerians have access to equal healthcare delivery, irrespective of your class, irrespective of your sex, irrespective of the services you belong to. So the federal government decided to bring the National Health Insurance Authority through Act 35 of the 1999 Constitution. This is to enable all of us to have access to quality healthcare delivery, quality healthcare services. Now, on doing that, the federal government, the National Health Insurance Scheme now has HMOs. These HMOs are health maintenance organizations, in which the defense health maintenance is just one out of over 60 of them. And all these 60s have their own responsibilities, they have their own tasks. So like I said, the defense health maintenance is one out of 60 HMOs, more than 60 HMOs in the country. And the task of defense health maintenance is to ensure that the armed forces, the military personnel, their own package is delivered to them. Is to ensure that armed forces, their families and their families access quality healthcare service. So that is why we are here to talk to you, to know what it's all about. Now, the defense health maintenance means that is the military HMO, health maintenance organization that is responsible for the military. Now, for police, for immigration, for other parastatals, for other Nigerians, there are HMOs that are responsible for them. We are just one part of it, and our own task is to be responsible for the armed forces. So, if the federal government is telling us that we are going to access healthcare delivery service in our facilities for free, it means somewhere, somehow, somebody will be able to pay the bills. So, the federal government has now decided to pay the premium for all armed forces and their families free and 100% free. That is why we ask you to access free healthcare in your facilities. Now, in case you think, like some of you must have heard, that deductions are made from your salaries. No, it is not true. Federal government is responsible for that, and federal government has been paying fully for you. Meaning your salaries are not touched, no deductions are made from your salaries. And now, all the discussions we are going to have today, it is applicable to the retirees also. The retirees are also covered. By that it means you have equal benefits. You have equal benefit. It is even extended to the widows. Widows are also covered. It has also been extended to even orphans. Orphans too are covered. Now, of course, there's a guideline. So that we follow the guidelines, and of course, it is a document, like I earlier mentioned, that was promulgated by Act 35 of the 1999 Constitution. So it means whatever it is that is there, we are expected to follow it duly. So it must be yourself and the personnel and your spouse, and then your children. If they are up to 4, fine. But they have to be less than 18 years. They have to be less than 18 years. Alright. So thank you very much. Initially I was delaying waiting for the slides, but now I'm asked to continue. Thank you. So, please, can we start from the beginning, please? Thank you. Next slide. Thank you. So, there has been increase in cost of healthcare due to increase in population growth, increasing urbanization, increasing prevalence of non-communicable diseases, and technological advancement. This has led to new demands on military healthcare facilities and the entire Nigerian sector. As a result, the Defense Health Maintenance Limited was established in response to these compounding challenges, so as to provide access to quality healthcare services for all eligible military personnel, serving and retired, and members of their families. Now, these are the things we are going to discuss today. Insurance, health insurance, brief on NHIS, brief on HML, contribution and funding, scope of coverage, how the scheme works, access to health care, benefits package, exclusions, and conclusions. So what is insurance? Insurance is a coverage by contract. Where one party, referred to as the insurer, agrees to guarantee another party, referred to as the insured, against loss from unfortunate events. It is an advanced system of financing healthcare expenditure, where contributions, premiums for parties are collected into a common pool and used to pay for part of all of healthcare services specified by the policy or a plan. Now, the National Health Insurance Scheme, it is now authority, National Healthcare National Health Insurance Authority. It is a social health insurance program established under Act 35 of 1999 Constitution by the Federal Government of Nigeria to ensure that every Nigerian has access to good healthcare services, to protect families from the financial hardship of huge medical bills, to limit the rise in the cost of healthcare services, to ensure a continued distribution of healthcare costs among different income groups. Now, after establishing the National Health Insurance Scheme, the Defense Health Maintenance Limited as a corporate entity owned by the Ministry of Defense and Nigerian Armed Forces as a health maintenance organization with code 022. It was incorporated by the Corporate Affairs Commission on the 21st October 2025 and accredited by the NHI on the 27th of June 2006 and commenced operation in November 2006. Now, this DHML, like I said, is owned by the Ministry of Defense. Now, we have board of directors.
You see that
for the Defense Health Maintenance. This includes Honorable Minister of Defense as the Chairman, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Defense as a member, Chief of Defense Staff, Chief of Armed Staff and of the Army Staff, Chief of the Naval Staff, Chief of the Air Staff, MD and CEO is the Secretary. That's the MD CEO of the Defense Health and Maintenance as the Secretary. Now we have technical committee. And this technical committee is made up of the Head of Health Services, Ministry of Defense, Director of Medical Admin and Logistics, Defense Headquarters, Co-Commander of the Nigerian Army Medical, Director of Medical Services, Nigerian Navy, Chief of Medical Services, Nigerian Air Force, and the CEO of the DHML. Now, the vision of the DHML is to become a leader in the health maintenance organization business and act as a benchmark for the country. The vision to become a leader in the health maintenance organization business and act as a benchmark for the country. Now, the mission to promote an effective, efficient, and comprehensive free healthcare delivery to the officers and men of the Nigerian Armed Forces and their families, serving and retired. Now, our objective is this: to ensure that personnel and their families, serving and retired, get free, comprehensive, and high-quality healthcare. Now, like we said, that it covers everyone in the country. That is applicable to us too. We have offices spread all over the country. The HMO currently has about 225 military healthcare providers and 928 civilian healthcare providers within its network, providing primary, secondary, and tertiary healthcare services nationwide. DHML therefore has a total of 1,163 primary, secondary, and tertiary facilities within its network of healthcare providers nationwide. nationwide. For instance, Lagos here, we have an office in Lagos too that is responsible for labor. So we have offices spread all over the country. Okay, so we have offices all over the country. We have one in Lagos here that is headed by Dr. Omo. Sorry. Now, the military retirees too, like I said earlier, that the military retirees too are covered. Yes, please. The retirees too are covered, just like I said earlier, and you have equal benefits in the retirees too. So everything we're discussing today too is applicable to the retirees. In October 2012, the federal government approved the inclusion of military retirees into the National Health Insurance Authority. However, access to health care for the military retirees began in September 2014. Now, these are our major stakeholders in providing quality healthcare services to our enrollees. You have to see in the diagram. We have the National Health Insurance Authority. We have the HMOs where we belong. The DHMO belongs there too. We have the HCP. The HCP stands for Healthcare Providers. That is the facilities, the MRIs, the medical centers, the hospitals, the sick bays, and the rest. Now the enrollees. Now these are major stakeholders where if anyone is found wanting or anyone defaults, it affects the entire system. So as we discuss, we will see that everyone has to play his part. Next. Now, like I said, that for somebody to go to the facility to access free healthcare services, the things that are used in the hospital are not gotten free. So it means somebody somewhere has to pay the money for the agents, the equipment, and even the manpower, the specialists there. So the contributions, like I said also, that it is 100% funded from the federal government to the armed forces. It is 100% and nothing is deducted from your salaries and from your pension. The federal government of Nigeria pays the full premium, that's the insurance contribution, for all its uniformed officers. This includes members of the Nigerian Armed Forces serving and retired, the Nigerian Police, Nigerian Customs Service, Immigration, Prisons, and the Civil Defense Corps persons. Now you can see it is only the armed forces that included the retirees. So as it is now, it is only the retiree of the armed forces that are benefiting from the National Health Insurance Scheme so far. No deduction is made from the salaries of the above mentioned or from the pension of the retired military personnel. DHML is funded like any other HMO by the National Health Insurance Authority only. It does not receive subvention from the Ministry of Defense or from the services. So what this means is that the DHML is not funded by Nigerian Army or Nigerian Air Force or Nigerian Navy, not from the Ministry of Defense also. So it is funded directly by the federal government. Now the scope of coverage. The contributions paid by the federal government on behalf of the participant under the scheme covers provision of healthcare benefits for the principal, serving and retired, spouse, 4 biological children, 18 years and below. The principal, the spouse, and 4 biological children. You may not have up to 4. If you have 1, fine, no problem. If you have 2, no problem. If you have 3, no problem. So, 18 years and below are covered for your biological children. Biological children. Not your house help, not children of your relations, your sister, your brother, your uncle, not even grandchildren. Please, retirees should take it. Not even your grandchildren. The scheme also covers for the widow of of widow or widower of a deceased personnel with their 4 biological children below the age of 18 years. So that we said widows are covered, orphans are also covered. Orphans are also covered when they are above 18 years. Now, the Defense Health Maintenance has decided now that we all know some of us, especially our senior NCOs, some of us and then the other officers, we know that some of us have children that are above 18 years that are still under our care. They are still under our roof. We are responsible for them. They are not yet working, not married, and not in school. So now Defense Health Maintenance has decided that if you have a child that is above 18 years, but within 18 and 30 years, that such persons will be covered henceforth. Now, there are conditions attached. There are conditions attached. Now, we all know that before now, it is considered that once somebody is 18 years, it's an adult. He should be able to take care of himself, right? I remember some years back, even in the barracks, if the child is 18 years, the RSM or is it the will start signaling that this child will leave barracks. I'm sure some of you will remember. Now, that child that is between the ages of 18 and 30, number one, is that child married? If that child is married, it means he should be able to take care of himself, or the husband should be able to take care of his wife. That is one. 2, is that child working? If that child is gainfully employed, he should be able to take care of himself. Now, the last one is the child at home with you, not working, or not in school. If the child is in higher institution, that is in NLU, there are programs for tertiary institutions. So, there is no need for the child to be covered under DHMR. So it means that child will be with you in the house, not working, not in school, and not married. So if you have such a place, they will be covered. They will be covered. So those are the conditions attached to that. Now, if before this, let me announce to you that registration has to be done. Registration has to be done. Both serving and retired has to register. It is ongoing and letters have been distributed already to services, and I'm sure it is ongoing. For retirees, we all know that retired personnel go back to their localities, they go back to their villages. So it must not be military facilities only. Like we said earlier, we have seen the network of our facilities, including the civilian facilities, and also private facilities. So our retired personnel go back to their villages. They can only access healthcare in private facilities and civilian facilities. Some are non-residents where military facilities are found. So we have private facilities that are in our networks, spread all over. So, retired personnel will register and choose facilities that are nearest to them, that is near to where they are residing, and that is where they will be accessing healthcare. Serving personnel to please, you are supposed to register. Now, DHML, in the next few months, we want to go. Just as we always ask in the facilities, whether you are deployed EMRS, electronic medical record system. Very soon, DHML will go straight on online issues without records, papers again. Now, this will help us with this registration, and this will eliminate issues of I traveled, I went to the facility, you were able to say I'm not a personnel or I'm not an eligible. So the records will always be there for you to be verified and checked, and then you access healthcare. When an enrollee requires medical care or attention, he visits his primary health care provider first. He visits his primary health care provider first. Now, what it means here for serving personnel, we all know that in all our units, in all our barracks, there are MRSs there, there are medical centers there are hospitals there. By default, those are your primary health care providers. So, your unit, your barracks, or wherever you stay, or where your unit is located, you are supposed to have an MRS there, and that is by default your primary health care provider. And that is where you should report sick when the need arises. Now, the primary health care provider takes care of all health care issues of the enrollee based on the NHI benefit package. Next is the PCP, that's the primary care provider, your MRS now, or your medical center, or your hospital, that is resident where you are located. The PCP will refer an enrollee to a secondary or tertiary healthcare provider accredited by the NHS for specialized cases. Now, please, like I said, all you need to do is to report sick to the MRS or to your medical center. That's all you need to do. Once you are sick, you report there. The primary health care provider takes it on from there to any level that you may go to, that you may require in treating yourself. For instance, if you report sick, now our facilities, they are classified into primary, tertiary, and secondary. So facilities can even be the three. Some facilities can be both, you can be primary, secondary, and tertiary. Some are only primary, some are only secondary. Now secondary, when you report sick, that's the entry point. So when you report sick, we expect that they attend to you without paying a kobo. From the registration, to see the doctor, able to do tests in the laboratory, and even if it requires ultrasound. So they check you to be sure that they know what is wrong with you, that is, they attend a diagnosis. So once they know what is wrong with you, it will determine whether you should be treated at that level of primary, or you may need a specialist. So if you need a specialist, that is where now you will now fall into the secondary aspect of it, and that is where specialists are. So once a facility is a secondary facility, it means we expect that we have specialists. So you can ask me, once you post it as a primary facility, if it is a primary case, the treat you, they give you a drug, you go home. But when you need a specialist to intervene, when you need a consultant, that is where you will be referred to see a specialist. It could be within the facility. It could also be outside the facility to a facility where the specialist that should take care of you is found. So that is how you will be referred to that place. And your food here talk about authorization code or PIN code or authority. That is part of the referral system. Authority means they are given authority. The facility, the receiving facility, the consultant sees the authority that is coming from us and is assured that he will be paid every time he spends on you. So for instance, it could be a surgery and the facility is a primary where we don't expect them to have a surgery. You are referred to the facility where you have the surgery. So the facility will check, are you there with an authority or authorization code? If yes, it means you will go ahead with the management, because that authority means they should go ahead with the treatment, they will be refunded. The reimbursement will be done to them. Now, we are talking about payments now, and we talked about funding from the federal government, 100%. Monies are sent to the facilities on monthly basis. We send money to the facilities on monthly basis. We call it will be used in procuring drugs and reagents and equipment in advance, so that when you report sick, those things should be readily available. That's one aspect of the funding. Monies are sent to the facilities on monthly basis as capitation. Now, when you are referred to a secondary facility because of the issues you have, the consultants there, the facilities there, are expected to treat you. If it is surgery, they should go ahead with the surgery because they will be refunded. They will use the authority we give them to claim every money they spend on you. From the consultant, there are monies for the consultant. So from the consultation to the procedure, beginning the surgeries, they claim their bills and we check if they are authorized to do that. And when they are authorized to do that, their monies are paid to them. So the PCP will refer an enrollee to a secondary or tertiary healthcare provider accredited by NHIS for specialist cases. Approval has to be obtained from the HMO, that's authorization code from the state or head office, using the established referral guidelines. For instance, here we have an office here in Lagos that is responsible for that. Next please. Now, access to healthcare continue. Now, a serving military personnel on transit can access the scheme via the following means. On transit and maybe on pass also. Reporting sick at the nearest military healthcare provider or NHS accredited healthcare provider. Now it means it's possible there's a military facility there. Please report sick there. If there's no military facility there, check for any facility that is accredited with NHIS. They always have a logo at the entrance of the facilities, telling people that this is an NHIS accredited facility. Please report sick there. And now please, let me advise that please try and get phone numbers, contacts of the people that are working in your hospital. Try, if you cannot have that of the officer in charge of the facility, please get that. There are people in the lab, there are people in the records, all the departments. Try and get so that in case you find yourself somewhere that you are helpless or you are confused, please you should make calls so that you're able to be directed. On how help should come to you. For instance, there will be an accident, or you travel to your village where you are not sure of where to report sick. So, reporting sick at the nearest military healthcare provider or NHS accredited facility by contacting his or her unit medical officer. That is the people in your facility. By contacting medical officers or any other person or NHS or DHL office in that state. For retired armed forces personnel, they are to report sick to the nearest NHS accredited healthcare provider and contact the healthcare provider will contact the DHL. In case of emergency, the medical facility is advised to treat the enrollee. However, the SCP must contact DHL within 48 hours. So the point is that if you are taken care as an emergency, the healthcare provider will take care of you and then later contact the Defense Health Maintenance Limited. Next. Benefit package, like I said, you don't have to go through here because if we go through here, we may even skip some. What is important for you to know is your own is just to report sick when you are sick. Report sick. From there, they will take care of you from the beginning to when you are discharged. Please don't say that this one has broken, this one is very expensive. No, I need to do. Maybe they will drive you. No. Or maybe this one I fractured, or maybe this one on my eye, or maybe on my brain. No, please. No, please. Just report sick. If it is beyond what they can do, you are referred to the appropriate facility that should take care of you. Next, please. And next. Now, This is very sensitive and also very important. But before I discuss the exclusion, please, I'm reminded of something. That 18 years and above that I mentioned, please, there has to be a commitment there because you have to pay for each person you want to register, and that will be 20,000 per head, per year. Please. Thank you. So, exclusions. I earlier said that the National Health Insurance Scheme was made without taking cognizance of the peculiarity of the military. So as far as they are concerned, Nigerians, without irrespective of your services, your occupation, or your business. So, but we all know that the peculiarity of the armed forces, the military, where you are maybe because of your duty, you are exposed to maybe bomb blasts, you are exposed to maybe gunshots, or other things that are related to wars, or maybe you are sent where there are unrest, where there are Boko Haram, or where there are security issues. Now, we all also know that before every operation is embarked upon, that there are always plans for the operations. In fact, there are always for the name of the operation, how to name the operation. There are always plans in the funding of the operation, where the rednecks will sit and plan for it. So we also know that as they plan for ammunition, the feeding, transportation, uniform, the ammunition and the rest, we also know that there is also budget and plans for medical in every operation. Now it is expected that the operation should take care, through the funds that is spent for the operation, should take care of issues that may arise during the operation. So, partial exclusions, just two, because they are highly technical and they are expensive. In this case, you have to pay 50% if you are sent to do CT scan or MRI. If you are sent to do MRI or CT scan, it is 50% coverage. It is 50% coverage. Now, the total exclusions. Next slide, please. The total exclusions, operational injuries. I'm sure some will start thinking about gunshots. Gunshots are covered, please. Gunshots that are not from the operation side, please. Gunshots are covered. The first one is attacked by robbers, or maybe there are maybe stray bullets, or any other thing apart from, except if you are not with the person in the motion of that. But once you are not involved in any criminal activity, gunshots please are covered. So operational injuries that may arise at the operation, like I said earlier. Now, operational injuries or occupational or industrial, we all know that even before the NHS, there's one act that are being in place that where the person is working, if anything happens, they are responsible for the person. So, injuries resulting from conflict, social unrest, riot, wars, and natural disaster, especially example, earthquake, flood, or landslide. There are always federal government always comes into action immediately. So there are always funds that are made to take care of this. Epidemic is also outbreaks, just the same thing. Like we had Corona, we had Ebola, and the rest. The federal government funds the operations that should take care of all this. The same thing, family planning communities. Even before now, we know that apart from federal government, there are NGOs that support, there are international NGOs, there are other countries too that support it. So they are funded already. Injuries arising from extreme sports, car racing, polo, boxing, wrestling, and the rest. They are a total exclusion. Next. Now, drug abuse, drug addiction, they are a total exclusion. Domiciliary visit. We even have issue of manpower. So please, you may not be visited at home. You will carry you on the hospital. Antituberculosis and antiretroviral drugs, they are funded already, so they are not excluded. They are not covered by NHIs. hearing aids and appliances, post-mortem examination. All those ones are not covered. Now, dentures, crowns, bridges, and implants, that all those artificial things you put in the mouth, even artificial things are not covered. Now, IVF, infertilities are covered. When there's issue of infertility, please, it is covered. Except if you want this IVF, it cannot be done for you. Next, please. Thank you very much for listening. So please, we will entertain questions, answers, suggestions, cloud clearing. If you have issues, we will entertain them. Thank you very much.
We have to treat the job. The kind condition of the director of administration, and then the second segment of the lecture, which is the administration, where you have the opportunity to ask questions, make comments, and observations. We start this session by starting from my immediate right. If you have any question, identify by raising your hand. Introduce yourself and ask your question. You have 1 minute to do so. So if there are any questions, I was just listening, sir. I'll please request to take the stage so you can have direct access and view to the questions. Please let's get it. Alright. If you have any questions, please identify by raising your hands. Thanks. Any question? And the question, this lecture is not just for the military. For both military, equity staff, and temporary staff, and all benefit from NHIS. So if you have any questions, okay, we have any questions I want to make this group. Okay, let's go on from behind.
The director of the administration, sir, I continue the already established protocol. I want to ask what my name first. I am FS and Rotary retired from the Council Department. I want to ask our guest lecturer what he has said concerning the authority you are expected to have when visiting the healthcare facility. Is it the initial agriculture something you provided with, or what's actually available about that authority? If you can please let me know that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any more questions? Before we take the next question, I will request the other team from the general to also join the person at the stage in case you want to assist in answering the question. Thank you very much. Sorry, question. I've just been informed that the form is being passed around. It's made for feedback. In case you have some other things you want to talk about, and if you inform and forward to us, there's a form very on. Alright. So if you have any questions, I'm still on the same column. I expect to get as many questions as possible because obviously this is something you benefit from. If you have doubts, this is the opportunity you have to ask questions so that the doubts will be clear.
these people sleeping. He wanted to slap him.
Okay. The immediate solution and the colonizing form. Do you have any questions? I expect questions from the civilians.
Permit me to stand on the already established protocol. I am one of Omega PWD. My questions to the resource person: what are some of the express authorization mechanisms that are supposed to be placed on these primary health care providers in case of real emergency? I mean, you take somebody to the hospital, they are telling you they want to generate an authorization code. Before I came to this place of posting, somebody died in an instance like that in the hospital in Kaduna. In the name of generating a code before they will be able to attend to the man. Is it the same? I want to assume that when you are taken to the hospital by the virtue of your ID card as a military personnel, you are already eligible for these things. But when you get to the hospital, the delay associated with some of these proceedings, they are not really helping. So my question is, what are some of the express authorization mechanisms that can be placed on this primary health care that can salvage this kind of situations? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any more questions from Mr. Love?
The director of our institution said, let me congratulate established protocol. Our son is a make up synergy. My first question is, do you have any special package for the civilian? I know yes, we want to know about it. Secondly, if you have a package for the civilian, I heard in the presentation you say that for the person that want to add any extra person that I work with you, is expected to pay 20,000 naira. Is the 20,000 naira going to be paid at once or in Israel? Probably. I want to also look at the other personnel. A man that is enlisted into the armed forces, let's say at the age of 18 or 20, the time he served 5 days is 25. It's likely that he's married and he has served 25 years. Automatically, when you have children, the last should be by our conventional spacing system. Should have the last should be like 19 years. Now, automatically at that stage, these people will no longer have access to this facility. Owing to the situation, the economic situation of our country, you agree with me that the 18 years adulthood, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is a scam. These people cannot take care of themselves. And we expect the personnel, the 4 kids, to pay 20,000 per head. Don't you think that will be too strenuous for you? And what do you think can be put in place to see how this can be curtailed? Thank you very much.
That's why you should do family planning. You must not be there to fall. And you bet to one or two that you can take care of the time frame when, it's easy to give them. Let's stress this. It's easy to give birth, but when you're giving birth, think about your educator for them and take care of them. And this is part of it. I believe I've answered partially some of your questions. You answered in the beginning. Any more questions? Alright, now the other half of the hall. If you have any questions,
let me check that one.
Directors, secretary directors, and I have only 3 questions for the It's not be a funny issue that I will say here. If you go from MLS to the Nigerian army, you find out any medicine that above 500 naira will tell you to go and buy. Then two, I want to ask, may that be under the Honorable Minister of Defense and Defense Staff? I don't know the state, whether people are in charge of this money being given to take care of the MLS that are not doing their work. You may likely please you get on with that. The third one, I'm not asking objection to establishment, most especially in Africa. They are well doing the rest of healthcare delivery. But in some areas, in the three services, they lag behind. That's the big question.
Thank you very much. Any more questions, comments, and observations?
I'm Edward Suleiman from the Medical Center. The US, please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. Here I have one person, and as a healthcare provider, we are being faced with some challenges frequently as regards to NHIS operations in our center, and thereby sometimes making the center to be giving services to those who are not supposed to benefit. This is, for instance, now I'm an Air Force personnel serving in Lagos here. Ideally, like 661 Hospital, that should be my primary healthcare provider. If I have every post to come to NAFRI to seek treatment, it's either two ways. It must be either on referral with tertiary referral code, or as an emergency. Maybe I happen to come around and suddenly I fall sick, I can dash in and seek emergency treatment, whereby if the facility treat me, they will now raise fee for service and process for forward delivery to DHML, and DHML will oblige. But what I found out here is not like that. You see a personnel, either Navy, Army, or Air Force, will just walk to the hospital. One, he's not working in the NAFRI. Two, he will deliberately avoid his primary care provider, walk to NAFRI, and he expects to get treatment. Sir, please, I want to find out if that's ideal. Thank you, sir.
The Director of Administration, the meeting already established protocol. I am Warrant Officer Gabriel. My own is just a question. Personally, myself and maybe some other army personnel here, we've been registered for the NHIS for years now, but we've not gotten our ID card. We want to know what's happening. Thank you.
Any more questions?
Good morning, sir. Enjoy, sir. Permit me to observe all protocols. My name is Sergio Bassi. I work at Infotech. Sir, my question is, I observe that the doctors, health workers taking care of the serving personnel and treatment of personnel. In some cases, in some hospitals, some MRSs, these personnel, these people seem not to be properly taken care of. In the sense that you walk into a hospital and being under HNS or being under NHS, you are, once they see that you are NHS, they disregard you. Sometimes the senior citizens, the entire personnel, they take their time to attend to these people. Most of the times, I don't know, I feel they are looking out for
making personnel in the hospital tend to attend to those that do not have any jobs because they want to get their money. I guess that is that is the appropriate that they should render good service to everybody that comes to the hospital, regardless of if you have any jobs or not. Am I correct? Thank you very much. Any more questions? Because take a lot of okay, there are no questions. We'll move to the last. Hold on.
Maybe I'll do some permit me to expand on existing protocol. So my question or observation is the issue of non-essential drugs and essential drugs. So in some hospitals, in Resettlement facilities, you will discover that even the NHS essential drugs, you are being denied. You are being denied in the sense that a doctor will prescribe drugs for you that is NHS essential drugs, but getting to pharmacy, what you will be getting is that we don't have it. Yes, I'm aware there is a mechanism on ground that if you should buy such drugs, you should be refunded. Sir, I want to suggest to DHML, if every facility we have a kind of, let me say, maybe an agreement with pharmacy outside, that whenever we don't have this essential drugs, the patient should get it from that pharmacy, even if he's paying. At the end of the month, that pharmacy should give you receipts that you bring back to primary healthcare provider or secondary healthcare. They should refund you. That is one. Two, in some places, from experience, having medical personnel too, sir, you will discover that some private hospitals, they have requests for in those centers. For instance, I want to give an example as chest X-ray. Chest X-ray is covered by NHS, and the doctor will ask you to do chest X-ray. For instance, here we have machine, we are doing chest X-ray. But you discover that some of these doctors, especially sorry to say civilians, we ask you to go to an new clinic outside, probably because they have a percentage that if Aminu should do that, they are going to get. Because of that, if I now say, there is one center in this place, why is this place is not, you tell you the X-ray there is not good. If such doctor should be checked on, why you should tell me that this X-ray is not good, and you are in the same hospital with people that are probably poor, and you can't buy it as a doctor. There should be a kind of mechanism that will check this out.
Doctor or a civilian doctor. Thank you. Any other question?
My name is Makara Prosadosa, Director of SAR, the of the existing protocol. Sir, amongst the exclusions you mentioned, partial and complete one, I just like to know where dialysis, whether dialysis amongst the partial excluded one, and if it's so, but I was made to understand that it's meant to only get 6 seconds of dialysis, and we have to pay some percentage. Pay 13,000 on each second, making a total of 17,000 for that 6 seconds. And thereafter, any other section after that, the president and the family have to pay the full amount of charge for that dialysis. So I would like to know, sir, I would like to hear the facts about if it's being operated that way and the person should pay fully after the section, or there's still any other advantage. That's
all right, thank you very much. Any more questions? There are no questions. I respectfully request officers to please access and observe the program of nature, independence, and endurance.
director of admission, partner and family. After you start getting the setup and practice and I do the stuff for the medical center. So we continue to just a type of something, make sure that the sole person are not doing that way. So I would just like to say one or two things. On the drugs, I respect your opinions and what you said, but it's very important to note that there are times or periods or at that time of the month where certain medications might not be available, which is quite understandable. Drugs like anti-malaria drugs or some other antibiotics, the demand for it is very high. And don't forget the request for supply based on the statistics we have. Imagine every month we request for the premium rate bags of malaria drugs. We can get to certain months due to some reasons, especially because we have children around. We might exhaust that premium bags. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so when we get to that point, we either restock, but in the process of restocking, don't forget we have to order for it, we have to go through process, ask for it, write and request for money to be released and the other. So within that period, you might come to the medical center and you go to the pharmacy and you ask for that same drug and they tell you not to do it. What we try to do here is we collect your details and we tell you to get back to you on it. But if you don't wait, you are very important so well because your life is important. And you need to do that. So that being said, for examinations, the doctors are not yet because they are busy. But still yet, when a doctor refers you outside, they are busy for it sometimes. I know sometimes you have the impression that because they want to do it outside. I'll give a very good example. Last week, someone came for an ultrasound, and the doctor, after seeing the results from our own center, asked the person to go outside. I approached the doctor when the person complains, and I said, why? And he explained himself very well, which I need to listen carefully and understand. So next time when you have that kind of thing, you just ask this person or feel that person doesn't want to spend money. Number one is, there are radiologists sometimes outside. And because of years of experience, when a doctor gets his or her first opinion from our own radiographer here, because of years of practice and years of experience, they want an alternative opinion before they decide what procedure they will do or whatsoever is involved. You understand? Imagine you have appendicitis. The doctor must be sure it's at a stage where he wants to carry out surgery before he tells you that okay, let me keep you for surgery. You want to be sure it's very intense. And sometimes because of years of experience, you need to view, you need to get a second opinion from somebody. So when he's asking you, go outside, go and do it. From a particular person is sure can give you exactly what he wants. It's not because they want you to spend money or because they have to share it. Or they want you to have that mindset. It's because they want the best for you.
Alright, go straight from this round up.
So that being said, every other thing, I will ask that once in a while, when you're not too sure of some of those things, you can approach the people there, the officers in your hospital, approach me, approach the CEO, let them verify it for you. Or don't just go to assumption and conclude like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any more contributions from majors and equivalent and below? If there are none, I will respectfully request officers of the round call, Lieutenant Colonel of equivalents, to please make comments and observations. If there are none, I will respectfully request the resource persons to please attend to the questions raised. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I will start from the last question. About dialysis. We all know that major dialysis are usually not a curative measures. The same thing with maybe cancer treatments. Those things are a challenge to almost all of us, especially patients. But we are taking note of that, and there are things that needs to be discussed upon, especially even with the operational injuries that we're talking about the institutions. These are things that need to be discussed at the committee, technical committee level, and the board level. I'm sure we will take that to them. We have these suggestions from other places. Please, we're taking them down. We are going to discuss them. We are going to include them in our report. Now, sharp practices in the facilities. In fact, that is found in almost all facilities. And there are criminal practices. There are corruption practices. We are aware of that. Almost all the departments, those in the X-ray, those in the X-ray department, all the departments, there are sharp practices that are going on. Please report them to the authority of the facility. That is wrong. We are aware of that. When you send and you give your signature, the people coming in from the facility, the private facility, they come to meet the people in the hospital and arrange and drop forms for them. So that you sign either on the form or behind the form, so that by the time when the person comes, they see your signature and they reserve your own percentage. And at the end of the month, you go and collect. Those funds are sharp practices. That's not corruption. They are all corruption. Please, people like that, it's very investigated. It should be pleased down. Then essential drugs. Please, facilities. Like we said, you are given money to purchase drugs. We expect that you buy drugs that should be used by your employees. You buy drugs that should be used by your employees. So it is wrong for the facility to use those that are just 500 and the rest of us to go to buy them. Please, that is wrong. So I expect you to do
another charge.
like that.
We go bring the two way there.
Or maybe I don't know whether you do that or I don't know, but any phone that you have, please bring it control of the leadership of the place and handle people of the place. Very, very wrong. Please, in case it is here, please control the rest. Now, the issue of they are attending to private patients and disregarding other ones that are under NHIS. It is also a wrong step. It is also a wrong practice. What we expect is this. The money that you are using to buy the drugs that you are selling to them, they are all NHIS money. So they only should benefit from it. There's nothing wrong with private patients are paying, but the ones that are residents are focused, and they are the beneficiaries. Please supply those things because it is the NHIS money that we expect that we buy drugs for them. Like I said, the money is coming from drugs, reagents, and equipment. So it is wrong for somebody to come to the facility, it's not giving drugs, and they are not getting the presence. More attention is given to private facilities and the private patients. It is not a bad idea to have IGR, but the primary focus is from our LOBs. The money that should be used to buy drugs, please buy drugs. If the camera will try and flash lights on you, so that it's going to be and somebody talked about ID card that they registered a very long time ago. Our master response to that of Baba said which authority.
Let me go charge that one.
The ID
go to the main charger.
Authority we're talking about. Now for this ID card, that one is not being used anymore. Before it was never used because lapses that were discovered during that registration. I'm still not right.
I'm face of that.
I'm still not right.
Okay, you black.
It's not illegal. It is not in use. In the process of that registration, it was not the military that designed the registration form. The service members that were used. So, I'm going to talk about that. There is scrutiny at the OPD. Records. Please. The entry point is the record department. The entry point is the record department. So we expect that the record department is empowered to scrutinize, to be sure that this person, the money sent to the facility.
So this start to wait for this time at 39, and it will still off. So when they charge the time of the next lecture, for this one will still off, say at 39.
Also from there, that should take care of you.
You a black person, you are making life.
Except for the emergency.
Black person.
Except for the emergency that you will found transit, that you report any facility that is accredited. But you don't avoid your own. If your own is not giving you services, we expect that you take it to the leadership of that facility. Then, somebody asked whether we monitor the money that is sent to the facilities. Like this computer evaluation we are doing right now. For the same reason we are here, there's another thing that is responsible for auditing. There's another thing that is responsible for auditing. Now we need to check the facilities and make sure, and also check whether the money we send is being used appropriately. But the auditors will go to the account department to check how the funds are disbursed. So the monies are accounted for and they are audited. Now somebody say if the loan is more than 500,000, they ask you to go and buy. Honestly, it is wrong. Honestly, that is wrong. In situations like that, we expect that you don't just go. It's possible the pharmacy people are asking you to go outside and go and get. Always go back to your doctor, please. Always go back to your doctor. Doctor, this is what I will do. They say they don't have. They don't have. The doctor will decide to write another one. Now we also advise, and that was why in the papers we are checking, we check for National Health Insurance Committee. We check whether the facility has a committee or not, because that is function of the NHS committee. At the National Health Insurance Committee meeting, we said that all the departments are represented, and that is where you write your request and present to the committee. The committee now approves for them to report. Now the committee cannot approve the drugs to report, and the next thing you are saying you don't have drugs. So please report back to the consulting doctor or to the officer in charge of the facility. It is please wrong. Now, we did not say that if you have children that are up to 4 that are less than 18 years, you should pay. No, that was not what we said. We said people that are eligible are the principal and the spouse with 4 biological children that are less than 18 years. Those ones are covered, sir. They are fully paid for by the federal government. Where we mentioned 20,000 is the issue of registering ineligible. Those that are above 18. Defense now decided that they will cover them. Please, this is not a paragraph, not forced to do that. It is you now determine whether you should register them or not. If you feel that 20,000, please, it is for a year. Full benefit with every other person. So if you have 4, you want to register 4, please sir, you pay 80,000 per head. And they fall into your biological children, please, they are covered 100%. Now, somebody said any special package for civilians. Please, we said all Nigerians. We said all Nigerians. And everybody in this country has an HMO that is responsible for him. Like initially, I said, even students in the higher institution, the tertiary institution, there are coverage for them too. There are coverages for them. Now the best, do you mean under MOD, civilian unit? Yes, there's an HMO that is responsible for them. In fact, police HMO is responsible for persons under Ministry of Defense civilian unit. So it's for you to identify your HMO and then you contact them. Now, if it is in a facility and you are a local staff or you are a temporary staff, institution, maybe to help give you free medical health care or not, because they employ you. Okay? Now, somebody said, is there any express, we call it express code. Now, we all know that if, for instance, God forbid, if, for instance, we are working and something happens, myself that I'm talking about, I don't know where I will drop this and I will run. Go back. If there's an emergency, it means emergency will cause every other protocol. Except it is not an emergency. But once it is an emergency, there's nothing like, oh, no, do this first, no, do this first. No. To attend to that person, whether it's an eligible person or not. Whether even it is somebody that is, even a mad person outside that is knocked down by a vehicle, if it goes to your facility, you are bound by medical practice to treat such a person. Now, if, for instance, we are talking about code, in fact, it shows the inefficiency of the facility or the person that is working in that facility. No, somebody is an emergency or talking about code. No. Like I said, the facility has 72 hours, not just 8 hours. You have 72 hours to attend to the person. Of course, somebody has to be alive before he can revive. So revive the person and please provide emergency care. Forget about code. As long as you are stable, that can be sorted out. So it is wrong to start asking for code. Now if in case you are a facility, now you are looking for code in the farm, it is wrong. That is why we also check your ambulance. You check your ambulance to be sure that it is for emergency. That is why we expect that we need the ambulance. And on getting to the facility, they will not ask you for code because it is an emergency. Don't even bother yourself about God, be bothered about the stability of the patient. Be concerned about let the patient be attended to, let him be alive first, then you can talk about every other thing. So, the facility is expected to administer to refer what are the steps that you've taken already for the patient. No matter the status of your facility, because you need to stabilize the patient before referring. You cannot be referring somebody that is in pain, somebody that is bleeding, somebody that is short, somebody that is not breathing. You cannot start shouting, I want to refer, it's in pain, it's mobilizing to his fracture. You suction and apply oxygen in case the person cannot breathe. You suction and make sure the person is breathing. Make sure the patient is not in pain. Make sure that it's not bleeding. So you must apply your first aid management first to that person, emergency management.